This is Legend Bowl on the Nintendo Switch. This is a demo that was released. I don't know how recently it got released in 2023, but I'm playing it offline. But here's the thing: I wanted to really defend these sports games that don't have major licenses, that don't have AAA companies developing and publishing them. Although I'm a huge fan of Madden on the new versions of John Madden Football, Madden NFL on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. I'm a huge fan of Madden 16 and 17 specifically. Not so much the most recent games where you fumble every other snap, apparently. But yeah, I had a revelation back in 2018, I believe. Right around, it was 2017. I had a revelation where it's like, you know what? These Madden games were actually very good, and I avoided them for a decade. So I went back and I played some of the earlier Madden games. I'm gonna play more of them later, kind of sample them. But right now, Madden 16 and 17 are the two football games that I recommend to pretty much anyone who has any interest in the sport. I know most video game nerds hate sports for some reason. Maybe it's some unresolved childhood issues. I'm not gonna harp on that. Your boy isn't exactly an athlete, but I am a sports nerd. And this game kind of makes fun of them in a little way. But we'll get to that in a second. I do want to start at the tutorial, just kind of explain the basics of how the game works. Unfortunately, this demo is not a very good presentation of the game. It is a top-down American gridiron football game, like 10-Yard Fight or 10-Yard Fight. Mainly, they don't do the Madden thing where it's over the shoulder looking down the field. It's a top-down game, like a 10-Yard Fight, like a John Elway touchdown football in the NES. There aren't that many top-down football games that sold very well here in the United States, because almost all the ones that did were side-scrolling, like Tecmo Bowl, Tecmo Super Bowl, which I played on the channel, obviously, or the over-the-shoulder look-down-the-field Madden games. I don't know why that's a thing, but I think it's more of an issue of these other games never really got a chance to iterate on their engines because none of them sold that well, I suppose. I can't think of a single top-down game. I can't think of a single top-down football game that sold well enough to get a sequel in this country. And I'm pretty sure football's not that popular anywhere else. So. They probably never bothered to make any other versions in Europe. Like Germany apparently likes American football because, army bases, I guess. But unfortunately, the actual game is kind of not good because slowdown is incredibly bad, which I'll show a bit later. Unfortunately, that's going to be the thing that keeps me from playing this game unless it gets patched ASAP. Like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, this game slows down more than a Super NES game. And there are NES games with less slowdown than this game. I have no idea what they were doing. Well, they're trying to get the game out the door, probably. So we'll get to that later. Yeah, the Buffalo Steel, again, no license for this game, so fake team names. I have no problem with that, by the way. Zero problem with the absence of licenses. People who don't want to play sports games because their team logos and their team colors and the players' names aren't there, they just need to, come on, people. I don't want to be that gamer, but at some point you have to play a video game for based on what's there, not based on, the cosmetic crap, which is the least important thing about a football game. When I was a kid on the Nintendo 64, there was a terrible football game called NFL Football. There was nothing good about it, apparently. But it had the NFL license, right? There's an NFL Football on the NES that's god-awful. Play Action Football in the NES had actual NFL players from 1990, but no teams. Just fake teams and fake logos, and the game was terrible. So at some point, I think at some point you have to actually be about the game and how it's played, and not about, the name that's attached to the sprites. You know what I mean? All these players are. Again, there's nothing wrong with this. The sprites are all basically a bunch of numbers, and I've said this before. It's technically not an action RPG, but these are action games where the numbers matter. So they have those role-playing elements, if you will. these are action games, but unfortunately a lot of the old games from the 20th century played so poorly, they might as well have been RPGs, but we'll get to that later. The story is kind of cheeky. Like, it's clearly written by people who've played a lot of football games, listened to a lot of sports talk radio. So this game is made by people who have an affinity for the sport, and that's good to know. If we're being honest, apparently the Japanese developers at Tecmo Bowl didn't know very much about American football when they made Tecmo Bowl and Tecmo Super Bowl. But they were told, they were programming the game for a spec, obviously, and the spec was North American football fans. And Tecmo Super Bowl is a very good action game, but obviously it's not a very good representation of the sport. There's a lot of stuff that Tecmo Super Bowl does not. There's a lot of stuff that Tecmo does not understand about football. Even back then, they didn't understand the rules. Wait, who uses those to play football? Analytics, nurture. Okay, see, like I said, this game's pretty cheeky when it comes to the storytelling. Again, cheeky. Why are they spelling successfully with a capital F? I guess the lowercase f is close enough that they don't have to. They can save sprites. They can save memory by not including a separate. Yeah, they don't have to. They don't need a separate lowercase f. You can just use the capital F instead. The text is not great though. I don't like this stupid. What would you call this text? This weird font they're using is. It's legible to me, obviously, but it's not very. I think they're trying to emulate a font from some other video game. I can't tell you what it is. Yeah, I think the only top-down sports game that sold well enough to get a sequel is Mutant League Football. Gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that. You have to press the right stick. Okay, that is pretty good. And I do like this music. They're going for I think they're going for a Genesis. They're going for a Megadrive feel. We have to mash on the A button, I guess. Well, I'm probably just gonna tap random. I'm probably just gonna tap one word, random button to flail about them, like I did in college. Yep. You haven't gone over B for spin moves, yeah, whatever. Right now you have to throw a football, otherwise you're just a glorified running back posing as a quarterback. Actually, there are a few QBs that are practically a third running back these days. Holla from Baltimore, Ravens Nation, yo. Like I said, the people who wrote this dialogue know football quite a bit. So most people, if you don't follow football, you won't get that reference. We're not going to talk about Michael Vick. But you know, Lamar Jackson, he's basically like the second best running back on the team, if I'm not mistaken. Budget cuts on wristband thingies. Yeah, good ink. So like in the Madden games, you can press the ZR button to see the routes before you snap. Arrow's the route they will run down to the best of their abilities. Unless they get trapped behind another runner or another player, it's usually not a problem. In Madden, that can happen, which is why you're supposed to spread the characters out so that they don't run into each other and cluster. But anyway, once you have the ball in hand, wait for the right movement. Yeah, this game has a weird system where it's kind of like hitting a jump shot in NBA Jam. You hold down the button and then you release it with proper timing. So it's kind of like a jump shot in most basketball games, which I do kind of like, but it takes a bit of finesse. I would say it takes a bit more finesse than it does in the Madden games, but I do like the way passes are thrown in the Madden games. But to be honest, Madden passing is kind of arcadey. You're supposed to be able to like put some loft on the ball, but you can't really do it. At least I'm never really able to consistently do it. And you don't even want to play the game that way. When I play Madden games, I usually just slinging the ball quickly. I don't lob the ball. It's just not reliable. Anyway. When you have the ball in hand, wait for the right moment. So again, it's like a jump shot. Tapping the button will throw a lob pass. And when you lob the ball in this game, you're basically chucking it like a Hail Mary. Like, you can, on several occasions when I was not doing commentary, I'll show this to you. You'll chuck the ball like 50 yards in the air, like they were just throwing it in the air. Like I said, like a rainbow, like a jump shot in the NBA. You lob the ball in the air, it goes 20 yards over a receiver's head, and they somehow come up with the ball. So we'll do that a couple of times, because it's kind of ridiculous. The lob passes in this game are just stupid. Holding will charge up your throwing bar, and that's the part that's like a jump shot. A maximum blue bar will unleash a bullet as direct as you can, though be careful about defenders swatting it down. So like in a basketball game, you hold the jump button down, you release it at the top of the jump. If you release it after the apex of the jump, you're more likely to miss a shot. In this game, if you release the button too late, it goes in the wildly wrong direction. Like, it will sail the complete opposite direction if you're late on your release, so keep that in mind. Or most of the time it seems to do that. Because you held it too long. This will be represented by the guard going red. The more red, the more inaccurate it becomes. So don't hold on to the ball too long. Try to tap your wide receiver 3 times. So again, I screwed this up a couple of times, so we're going to get it right though. I'll show you what happens if you screw it up. Snap with the A. Hold down Y. See? So you see the meter above my head? That's a really quick meter, so get used. Definitely practice the timing on that. So you're definitely going to want to practice this. See, that's perfect. Oh, by the way, the receiver's running different routes every snap, so. He's gonna do a hook. Whoops, see, screwed it up. See, you don't want to hold the ball, you don't want to hold that button very long at all. It's like a rubber band. Like, don't hold it too long. Just release it as soon as you can, I would argue. You're probably better off releasing the button early than late, I would argue. He's going to do a smash route to the corner, to the sideline. Nice. Not bad, rookie. The character, as you saw, the character profile pictures are kind of ugly. Yeah, I guess they're trying to do like what's his name? What's the name of the Steelers coach? Forget his name, which says something. I'm a Ravens fan, but anyway. Remember, there was a time when he was the only black coach in the league. But anyway, but I do like the vibes around this guy's helmet. But yeah, the coach looks just ghastly. I don't know what they're doing. As long as you explain what I need to do in video game terms. Hold ZL while moving to strafe. Yes, you can strafe. So you can normally move around like this, but if you hold down the ZL button, you strafe back and forth, left and right. I don't know why you would do this normally. You run backward to try and watch your assigned player's every move. You run a little slower though. But I guess it makes it easier to like make turns because there's a bit of a lag when you move from left to right. The controls are kind of slippery. It's kind of, yeah, like when you run in a circle, it's kind of like John Madden Football on the Super NES. Your character has some momentum, but they simulate that momentum by making the character feel like he's running on ice. It's not that slippery, but it does slow you. It does affect how you swerve when you're running in the open field. You know what I mean? So you might want to strafe so you have a bit more control. You have a bit more precision, and then you can run towards someone. The idea is you always want to run in a straight line if you can, because if you change directions, you will slip and slide a little bit. So, again, I played Madden Football on the Super NES quite a bit, so I'm familiar with the slipperiness of some of those controls. You can press the L button to like shoulder tackle, I think. To swat a ball. Y to dive. Right stick. Risk it for the biscuit. And you have to hold down the ZR button to tackle somebody. You have to hold the ZR button to tackle somebody with a wrap tackle. They'll explain that in a second. Like, I'm just going to spam buttons and flail around, yeah. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. You up for this? You all ready for this? You insult me. I've been working on my weight, so I'm at least a pickup truck. Rapidly tap A to break through. Do it quick because they'll be trying to knock you over. Okay. So it's like, I guess this is like high impact. You gotta mash on that button. So you gotta mash on that A button. And I lost that time. Imagine he's the guy who stole your girlfriend. Probably not gonna push him. I'm probably gonna do worse than that. Probably gonna throw hands. What if I'm like... What if I don't have a girlfriend? Yeah. What if I'm one of those other NFL players? Walt's gonna kick around here and tag the kid back out. Yes, yes it is. Good luck with that. Yeah, this guy's kind of amusing. He's the kicker. He's outraged about the cleats. Ever since the add-on controversy, the team owners at the Players Union made a new agreement. Yeah, but it messes with my kicking motion. That's not mentioning the troubles the punters are having. I mean, at this rate, teams are going to start... We're going for it on 4th down. We're going for 2. 2-point conversions. It's bad enough they removed the onside kick. Yeah, they added the 4th and 15. Yeah, without getting too geeky about this. If you don't want to do a kickoff, there was a rule proposal where you can just go, instead of kicking off the ball to start the game or something like that, with an onside kick, they're going to let teams just do a 4th and 15 and just try to see if they can get it. So it's the equivalent of an onside kick. So instead of just kicking the ball to the other team, you just try to get a conversion. Which is hilarious because I mean, yeah, you take the feet out of football, I get it. But it's an interesting proposal to like make the game, give the offense a chance to do something. You're basically taking one of the most dangerous plays in football out of the game because having 2 people collide at high speed is apparently a problem. So we say, okay, just get rid of the kickoff and replace it with something where there's less likely for a player to get injured. That seems to be the idea. Anyway, according to studies in Pee-wee football parenting, it's possible to get used to. Yeah, get good, kid. I'll find someone less complaining. You won't be able to get the money for your fancy coffee. Rookie runs down to the field. I think they forgot to modify the script. That's okay. Video games. It's bad enough they're rotting their minds in arcades. Be sure to check the crosswind. Oh, it's a crosswind. Okay, fine. Kicking is hard, by the way. We're probably going to miss a couple of times. The field goals, the hash marks in the field are lined up with the goalposts. Yeah, sure. I understand. And just like with the pass, you have to hold down the button until it reaches like the top of the meter, basically. So it's like a jump shot. It's very, very easy to overload the kick. So you'll wind up shanking it, kicking to the left or right too far. It's very hard to do. I'll be the first to admit that. Yeah, don't hold the button too long. Again, it's arcadey, but This isn't like Madden where you can just skip offense or defense or special teams like this. You can skip defense and kicking in Madden if you want, which is one of the reasons why I love the game. But we'll get to that later. Yeah, the timing on this is weird. Yeah. You're trying to get that arrow to line up with the football, and I'll show you that. I'll show you what I mean. So you're trying to line up that triangle with the football right there at the 20-yard line, the center of the screen. So you got to line it up perfectly, and this thing's wavering back and forth like a rubber band. And then once you press the button, to start the snap, you have to hold the button down. So I would argue you should hold the button down as soon as that arrow is ready to go, like that. So hold the button down, so when you hold the button down, you stop the triangle, and then you release it just before you get full power, like that. It's really hard, actually. It's kind of fun, but hard. See, it's not the shoes. Must not be the shoes. Whoops. Yeah, shanked that. I held the button too long. The crosswind isn't that bad. Just kick a little bit to the right. A little bit to the right of the football. That's bad. Yeah. That was definitely right. Yeah, that might not be strong enough. Nope. So again, the timing on this is really nasty. Yes. Yeah. Nope. Strong enough. Got it. Wow. That didn't look like it was going to go in. That might not be strong enough. Nope. Doink. That might be it. That did it. Again, the timing on that takes a lot of practice, I would argue. It's enough to make you not want to kick. Amazing. Now we'll have to go looking for a new kicker, and you can still afford your Macho Wacho Fomacchinos. Yeah. So an exhibition might be okay, but again, the real problem is the slowdown that appears when we start the game, so we'll get to that in a second. Hold down the respectively depicted buttons on the target receiver. That'll activate the pass bar. Continue holding the button to charge your pass bar and try to let the pass bar rebound. So it's like a jump kick. You have to hold down the button, but not too long. Like a jump shot in the NBA basketball game. QB is more accurate when he isn't moving. That makes sense. QB skill rank can impact their accuracy regardless of your pass bar's results. A kicker skill rating impacts the accuracy of overcharged kicks. But again, this is the problem. I have to keep mentioning this. Once we get to the actual game, the slowdown is going to significantly impact how the game plays. So a lot of this stuff is just not going to be it's not going to be worth discussing. That's the problem. That's one of the reasons why I play games like this before I start recording commentary, because I could spend half an hour just kind of breaking down all this stuff. But it's basic like this, all this right here. Let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that the game slows down horribly and becomes very hard to play. During weeks 4 through 12, you play, oh yeah, the player wire. Okay, loyalty, yeah, again. I like that they're adding all this stuff to what is nominally a 16-bit football game. But it doesn't play very well. That's the problem. So there are two teams in this game. There are two teams in the demo that you're allowed to choose. The Buffalo Steel can't play defense, but they're the best offense in the game. So I guess they're like the Buffalo Bills in real life. They just don't play defense. And they have a quarterback. They have the best quarterback in the game, apparently, here playing for the Bills. And you have the Chicago Blues, who are an above-average team. They're average in offense, but at least they have a defense. So there's something to be said for that. So if you want to like sling the ball around like a college team, you can do that. If you want to play a more conventional game, you can do that instead. A more balanced team. So I like how they give you the option at least. So we'll play as the Buffalo Steel because we don't need to play defense. I guess the Buffalo Steel or easy mode if you want to play a shootout. The trajectory is different for field goals compared to kickoffs and punts, which makes sense, honestly. And you can't switch, and you can't change the tutorial information that appears here on screen during the loading screen. But again, it's gonna make sense when we actually play a game. The slowdown is kind of terrible, so that means I'm not gonna play the final game unless they fix that issue. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to cancel out of this. Yeah, cancel out of this because I'm trying to. I had this problem before. They make you sit through a tutorial. Yeah, this is the tutorial. Okay, yeah. So we're not gonna do the tutorial. Practice ball carrier moves. Practice again. We're not gonna worry about that. I guess we can try playing with offense only, but again, I'm curious if the. Yeah, I'm curious if the slowdown's a problem during this offense-only scrimmage. Again, we're gonna play a real game, but I have to show you how poorly the game performs during a real game when there are 22 players running around on screen. Like again, this is the one thing you have to get right. Like this isn't an NES game. You have to get this part right. You can't have 8 people on field like Tecmo Bowl. You gotta have all 11. And if you do, the game has to run well. If you can't do that, you flubbed it, which is unfortunate. I'd be fine with a 30 FPS frame rate, but it slows down a lot. And this is a timing-based game when it comes to throwing passes and such. So that's what I'm talking about. It becomes a thing. The oop-de-oop. Some of these names are stupid, but they're football. It's a football game. The names are probably supposed to be stupid. So you can see, I don't know if the rain makes a difference. You can see all of your routes here. We're going to go the X route. Oh, you can also press the Y button. See that player with the blue dotted line next to it behind me? The Y route? You can put him in motion.
Green 91, green 91.
See? So that's kind of cool. So that's a way to see if anyone on defense follows the guy when he goes into motion.
Get down. Get set.
Or if you want to get him into position, you can. Okay, but you can only do motion twice. You can put the player in motion to move him somewhere else, or you can press the motion button again to bring him back to where he started. But that's it. Let's try the X route. Ah! He bobbled it. Thought my timing on that was fine. Let's try the flood. And we're gonna put the the orange arrow is the primary route. So that's the B route. Okay, we get the idea. It's offense only, so no one's gonna tackle us. Slot wheel. Okay, yeah, I'll show you the fade. We're gonna press the X button here. The X button is the orange button. We're going to tap the X button, so watch what happens. Whoops. What happened? Huh. I can try it again. I want to throw a lob pass, because that'll be amusing. The L button. We're going to tap on the L button. That worked. I guess I have to hold the button down a little, but not a lot. Oh, sorry. You have to jump out of bounds. That whole thing. Because this happened several times when I was playing the game normally. I would just lob the ball accidentally. And I guess I can do an audible. Press the B button. Nah. Gotta run out of bounds. Okay, so let me call a play where I can actually lob it. Yeah, the unbalanced vert. The B button. No, it's not working. I just need to release. I need to release the button more quickly, I suppose. Quick out. Let's do the L round on the left. And let's put them in motion, just for funsies.
Red 13, red 13.
Oh, there's 2 motion plays. Okay, L. Yeah, so it's not lobbing. So we'll do a real game. I'll show you how bad the lob can be. We'll get to that. We'll do a real game eventually. Practice the kickoff. So you can do an actual exhibition, which is fine. So we will play as the Buffalo Steel. Again, we're going to practice. We're going to play easy mode and basically just practice, slinging the ball around the field. I did reasonably well on offense when I was playing the game earlier, but again, you have to practice the timing of these passes. But again, it's a weird thing where you'll throw the ball to a receiver who's like 10 yards downfield, 20 meters downfield, and the ball will just be thrown like directly into the sky. Like you're not even bothering to aim it. It's like you're lobbing the ball like a Hail Mary, and the player just comes down with the ball, even though there are 3 people surrounding him. It's bizarre.
Y'all in for a good one today.
Not really, no. We always call it tails. So we'll receive, of course. You have to play offense, defense, and special teams in this game. So fair warning, you can't auto skip to the next offensive play like in Madden, which is again the kind of thing I love about that game. But at least playing defense and kicking the ball in this game isn't terrible. Eat your beaties. Dud light. Yeah. No comment. I don't think they were trying to be cheeky about that. But they're cheeky about the other stuff, but they're not trying to make a commentary about that, I don't think. Next. Not good. I keep forgetting what button is for spinning. Okay, ask coach. We're going to try and rush. We can audible out of it, though. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's do a Y button for the motion. Extra blocker. We get an extra blocker on the right. Not bad. So because you need to shoulder tackle someone or wrap them up, you can squeeze through some tight spaces in this game. So it's not just about sprites touching each other causing a tackle. So there's a bit of nuance there. Again, running in the Madden games is pretty good. At least in Madden 16 and 17 it is. Most of the time. L. Go into motion.
Eagle.
We'll make a difference. Try the L button. That's a lob. Again, I don't know why the ball got lobbed that time. The names are all fake, obviously. I guess Jack Dakota is not Carson Wentz. For all you North Carolina fans, I suppose. Replay. So the receiver we wanted was the tight end right over there. That wound up being a lob for some reason. But there was a lot of lobbing going on. Unfortunately, there is slowdown on a regular basis as soon as we snap the ball, so that is not great. It makes it easier to run, which is good, but it's bad because it throws off your timing. Hit the L button most likely. Motion. Y button looks good. Hit the Y button. No one's in front of him. Yeah, the A button is for speed. So that is a first down. But again, you can see the slowdown happening as soon as the characters start running. So that's not great. It's not great at all. Shallow cross. The audible is for a block. B if L is not open. L is open. Slant. Whoop! Popped it out. Yeah, the commentary at the top of the screen is kind of dumb. It's very random, unfortunately. It is what you'd expect, unfortunately. Half bounce. Let's do a hooks out. Y button. L looks like it might be a fade. Y. Gets man coverage. Hit the L button. Float it. That's a whiff. It's caught! He caught it! And he's running up the sideline. He's going to score, kids. That orange ring around him shows his fatigue, I suppose. Gas. We're in the end zone for the touchdown, y'all. That's just a 7-yard out pattern running up the sideline against man coverage. That's all that is. I whiffed on the throw there, but apparently my I can't go for two, so I whiffed on the throw there, but apparently my quarterback's so good he was able to compensate. That's not good. Yeah, I should have held. Okay, I didn't hold the button down. I freaked out. You're supposed to hold down the button a bit longer, so I was worried that the meter. I was worried that the meter was gonna have a light touch, so I let go of the button way too soon because I freaked out. I got a case of the yips. I guess the problem is that I didn't know how quickly that meter was gonna fill up, so I screwed myself. Like that. See, I whiffed again. And unfortunately, see, if the ball hits the ground there, you can't pick it up. Yeah, on a couple of occasions I did kickoffs, and the ball and my players surrounded the ball, but none of them picked it up. Like you can completely muff a kickoff, and your player can be the first to touch it, but because it's not technically an onside kick, the AI players won't pick it up for you, and that's a huge whiff on the AI. Why did they not figure that out? Hey, yeah, he blocked me. Yeah. Yeah, he blew me up, so I couldn't make the tackle. I got my defender on the right side of the line, and I couldn't break the block. Let's do a little three sky. So you have to play defense in this game, which isn't terrible. And I'm gonna run. I'm on the right side here. I'm gonna move myself over here, kind of cheat. Miss. Remember, you have to press the R button to wrap a dude up. You have to hold the R button to wrap a dude up. Yeah, I guess many teams try to get at least 20 a day, which means 5 rushing attempts per quarter, which means basically 2 rushing attempts per drive if they can help it. 3, ideally. Yeah, if you press the Y button to dive, look, there's a floater, and he caught it, and he's gonna run right past him for the touchdown. I did not switch. Yeah. I did not switch player. You can press the button to switch players. I wanted to see if the AI would catch him, and it didn't. Oh well. That was just a man coverage. Chuck it up. You know, the music's surprisingly loud. The music in this game is good. I'll be the first to admit that. We have to turn it down a bit. Chatter. The chatter is amusing. I don't know why the footsteps are so loud. Yeah, the weather can be really loud, I suppose. But yeah, the slowdown is a problem. So you have to compensate for the slowdown, which is really unfortunate. So they're not going to go for 2, I guess. So who's the Lawrence Taylor of this crew? Well, I shed the block, but no one's going to get anywhere close to the kicker. It's not possible for me. I can't practice field goals. I practiced field goals during the tutorial, but I can't practice them during the game. So again, I don't know the timing of the button pressing when you try to kick. Shank. Are we going right? I don't remember. I guess we're going right. Gonna make it to midfield, y'all. He's running up the sideline. He's gassed, though. He's gassed now. Yeah, he's gassed. He's not gonna make it. But he made it all the way to the 5, yo. Yeah, I'll tell you. So I mashed in the A button too much, and he got gassed. Okay, curls. Let's do a lead trap. We'll audible at. We'll do at least one audible. Motion.
99.
Extra block on that side. I think he's got a seam. Yeah, but there was a lot of slowdown on that. So again, the slowdown thankfully does make it easier to run, but during pass plays, it does kind of throw off your timing. So that's not great. Omaha, said Hut. Boy, you Peyton Manning fans. X if they're not open. Y. L button's open. No, he's not. X. Wide open. Touchdown. The X was on the slant. He got open. No one was in the middle of the field to cover him. Justin Ray. So we can't do 2-point conversions for some reason. So okay, so hold the button down. Don't freak out. I'm gonna pay attention to the meter. Good enough, I guess. No, it wasn't. I freaked out again. I was worried the meter was gonna slingshot forward, and it didn't.
Come on, man. You gotta call that.
See, screwed it again. Another shank. It got beyond the 20. Yeah, it got beyond the 20. So I guess I'll take it to the 20 after all. That's not bad. If you know what you're doing, you can put the ball like inside the 30-yard line and try to recover an onside kick that way. But in real life, you can definitely do that. But in this game, like I said, the AI players don't know how to recover loose balls unless you actually call an onside kick, which is just stupid. I wish I could have recorded that. I might have recorded that. I don't know if I did. We'll see if we did. It's another lob. He's wide open, and no one was covering him. He was wide open. Well, Jesus, Alakanakalo. Literally Jesus. Or Jesus, but it might be Jesus.
Second down.
Jesus on a Sunday. Uh-oh. He's got a lot of blocking. Okay, so I held down the ZR button to tackle him. So I held down the ZR button, and when I touched him with my hands up, I tackled him. But that was a big cover 2 show. But that was a big sweep. So I can go around the right side. Extra blocker on that side though. Yep. So they overloaded the right side and pitched it left. But I gambled they were going to try and go right, so I tried to bring an extra defender over to that side. I always try to overcompensate. I'll be the first to admit. I did try to overcompensate, but yeah, you can see the slowdown is in effect as soon as the ball is snapped. So that's the problem. Ask the coach. We'll do a monster green. I have no idea what this crap means. I'm looking at the circles. The red arrows mean you're charging the line of scrimmage. The circles mean you're sitting back and you're waiting for people. You're sitting back and waiting for the ball to come to you. Got him. That's a sack. So the AI got him. Meet me at the quarterback. 2 half sacks. I guess they're going to give Rio Hogue credit for it. Red chop. I have no idea what red chop even means. We'll do a cover 7, which is deep. Yeah, cover 7. We're going to cover the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 18. So we're going to go an edge rush. Squid. He got the extra blocker on that side, and he whiffed on the pass. He just screwed up. The AI just choked. I don't know what happened there. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but whatever. We're going to do a punt return. We're going to head back. Is anyone going to pick up this ball? I did. So I'm the one who picked it up. I wasn't even running back there to receive it. Not complaining. Deepest return of the match for 3 yards. Again, the AI commentary at the start of the game is just stupid. The right defensive tackle picked up the punt. 89, 8-9, 7 up. 8-4-9, 7 up. I have no idea what that means. Single coverage on the B route. No one's covering the dude on the B route. And he overthrew him. No one's covering the B route. That was a post. The safety had to pick him up. That could have been a wide open. Catch. Wow, stick nod. The Y route's going to be a slant. We'll get him in a motion. Okay, that's man cover. Check the L route. He could get open. Again, another lob. He's just lobbing it all the way down the field on a Hail Mary. He caught it! Garbage. Again, it happens all the time. Honestly, that happens all the time. It's kind of trash. It's really trash. I was trying to hold the button down for you can't throw a bullet pass 50 yards downfield, I guess. So let's see if we don't shank the kick this time. 3rd time's the charm, I suppose. Not hard enough. Not hard enough. Again, I'm freaking out because I don't know the timing on these field goals. It's a really slow wind-up on those field goals. It's kind of frustrating. So I'll get it right eventually. It's just I'm not going to play this game. It's just bad. This sounds like a $5 rental at best. Oh, screwed it up again. That's what I'm worried about. The timing is different on field goals than on kickoffs, though. I'll be the first to admit. Picked it up. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. You got to press the L button. You got to press the ZR button, excuse me. You got to press the ZR button to get your hands up. The B button is for jumping to intercept. His deepest return of the day for 9 yards. Or whatever. It's just stupid. Corner 2 blitz. Cover 1 contain. Not to send someone back. He's contained. Yeah, I got blocked. He held me up on the block. 6 yards. That's his longest run of the day for 6 yards. Woo! Whatever that even means. Safety's flat. Cover 4 palms. Cover 3. We're just trying to spread it. We're trying to spread them out. Remember, our defense is terrible, so you know.
Buffalo.
Ah, he got to me. The quarterback decided to scramble out of it, and he throws it out of bounds. Yeah, the quarterback scrambled away from that rush. I thought I might have gotten to him. But the game is slowing down, unfortunately, and not in the good way. If you're a quarterback, the game slows down. It's a good thing, but not in a video game, unfortunately. Skyfire. Time for the Autobot formation.
Third and short. Play the run. Hey.
I'm covering him. Yeah, I want to cover him. Dude was wide open. Yeah. I guess I covered too deep.
Come on, man. Somebody got to get a hand on him, man.
I do like the chatter. Let's do a cover. That's a dime defense. Cover 4. So we'll do a cover 3. It's a quarter. It's not a quarter. It's a dime. It's not a dime. It's a quarter.
Hey,
Yeah, 3 guys up front.
hey, hey.
Uh-oh. You got all the blocking you needed on that side. Yeah. I took my defender and moved him to the left, and that probably was a bad idea. The coach wants us to do a banjo. It's a 3-4. So 3 people in front. Overload the right, see what happens. Well, he blocked me. Get him. He got out of it. He busted out of the... He ran through the shoulder tackle. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. G Wood just helping. Yeah, whatever. So I guess we'll call that a reception. Remember, our defense sucks, so... You want to do a blitz? That's a run blitz. This is a run blitz. I'll bring this guy back so he can keep the defense in front of him. Okay. They were playing kind of soft there. 8 yards. They were playing really soft on that. He broke another milestone with this 8-yard catch. Amazing. Again, this is stupid. Yeah, again, these character profiles are just really ugly, even by Tecmo Bowl standards. Man under.
Second down.
You ain't got nothing on me.
Hey, hey, hey.
He caught it. Yeah. Couldn't keep up with the post route. Receiver ran down the middle of the field. No one can keep up with him. That was man coverage, and he couldn't keep up with him. Which doesn't surprise me, really. Cover 3. We're gonna cover the end zone. No, that guy's gonna switch back. Yeah. See if I can get around.
Hey.
Can't bust through. Yeah. Rattled him. So, contact in the middle of the end zone. Couldn't make the catch. Cat blitz. To be honest, this game seems to run better now than it did yesterday. So when I run the game mounted, I guess it runs a bit better, but I'm playing in handheld mode. The game is ripped. The game slows down a lot. Better catch. That's out of bounds. So I was playing the game in handheld mode, and it slowed down a lot. But I'm playing the game mounted, and it seems to run fine. So maybe consider that. This demo seems to run a little bit better when I'm mounting the Switch. So it doesn't slow down as much, I guess.
Hey, hey. Hey. Red 13, red 13. Hey.
Okay, they're spreading out. Wow, he somehow completed that for 1 yard. I don't think Madden ever came out on the Switch. I'll double check. Because NBA 2K obviously did. Yeah, field goal block. They're going to punt at the 10-yard line.
You need the army to stop me.
Hey, hey. Hey.
No. Defense bent but did not break. And we got 37 seconds here, so we gotta do the 2-minute drill. Head for the sideline if you can't get a touchdown. So yeah, I think the game just runs better when the Switch is mounted and when you play in handheld mode. I ran the wrong way. Whoop! Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna run out of bounds. We made it to the 35. That's not terrible. I couldn't run it up the sideline. Yeah, it's a good return though. Okay, the fleur de lis. I have no idea what that means. So yeah, when I'm playing it without a mount, like on a Switch Lite, it runs terribly. Motion.
13.
Remember, guys, head for the end zone. Or head for the sideline. Y button. Y or B. B is a lob. Nah. That was not a lob. I think B was running down the post route towards the end zone. He might have gotten that one. That was a good. It was deflection. It was deflection into triple coverage. What are you gonna do? The bomb, baby. The 95 bomb.
Eyes open.
Y route, I guess. Try the B route. Good enough. He got it. How do we call a timeout? I don't know how to call a timeout. Yeah, how do we call a timeout? Dead zone. Turn off that rumble. We're not playing with a rumble. It'd be absurd. Timeouts with a minus sign, which makes sense. There's your timeout. All right. 8 yards. Hooray. 3rd and 2, kids. Ohio said hut.
You want this? You don't want this. Ranger.
X. Nah, I gotta do the Y route. And for the sideline, yeah, go upfield, then go to the sideline. That's fine. We got the first down. Head up the field, then go to the sideline. I didn't think he was gonna break it free for a touchdown. But we're at midfield. Outs and flies. So Y button's the sideline route. Y. That's probably a bad move. Have him go back. Y button. Whoops! Oh, I tried to throw the... Yeah, he blocked it. He blocked it. That was a blitz, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a blitz. He got to me before I can throw the ball. That was the problem. I don't know if you can change... I mean, you can audible to a different play, but I don't think you can audible the coverage at the line of scrimmage. Because you can tell the line of scrimmage, your offensive players in front. You can tell them, hey, look for that guy on the left side. Put an extra blocker over there, like that kind of thing. Can't do that here. L button or the Y button? That's the Y. Never should have thrown that ball. Never should have thrown that ball. Ugh. Yeah, I should have thrown the slant route. It was wide open. And I had like 2 extra timeouts too, so that was my bad. Geo Darlington. So we hosed ourselves there. So just keep him at field goal range.
Keep that clock running. Let's go.
Yeah, keep the clock running.
Keep that clock running. Let's go.
Wow, who left him open? Shouldn't there have been a safety back there, just saying? And again, why is there no 2-point conversion? You have a 4th and 15 for crying out loud, but you don't have a 2-point conversion? Yeah. You're going to get a 4th and 15 conversion on kicks, but you don't have a 2-point conversion after touchdown? Whatever. Again, what was that about? Why was there no safety back there? I'm pretty sure the play I called asked some kind of safety coverage. So we got 12 seconds. What are we going to do here? I know this team can't play defense. That ain't the issue. Which way am I supposed to go? Middle, I guess. Nah, that sucked. Took a dive on that one. So just chuck it downfield, I guess. What are you going to do? Pig stomp. I think he's going to let us go on that one.
Buffalo. Red 88. Red.
That's man coverage. R. That's terrible. Run out of bounds. Nah, not good enough. So we have to call a timeout. Alright. So we have one timeout left to do a Hail Mary, I suppose. They want you to just give up. They want you to just give up.
Second down.
Audible. Yeah. L button.
Hey.
Good enough. And he rattled it, of course. Funny, he couldn't hold on to the ball after we did the Y outs. We did the Y fades, I guess. The receiver on the left and right side did fades and didn't do anything. So I don't know what to tell you. Which is the perfect play, I think, if you're audibling at the last scrimmage from a running formation. 6 rushing yards for our team. Yards allowed. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We are slinging the ball around, though. Something to be said. 2 rushing plays. And the interception. That hurts a bit.
Come on, ref, they holding me.
Okay, first of all, it's literally the beginning of the second half, so know what he's talking about. Did I say I was going to go right or left? I don't remember. That perfect! I should get the ball in the end zone. So I guess the slowdown is mitigated here. Yep, that's short of the 20. Perfect job. A 16-yard return. Too bad he should have touched it back. 4th and under 2. Yeah, why is there no safety guarding that guy who just runs right past the 20-yard marker? It's just bizarre. I'm still mad about that. Brother just forgot to play defense for 10 seconds. And you're gonna let him run over. Oh, that was off his helmet, I guess. So you just let him add less substance than the last MT Sports game I bought. I know that's a reference, but it's not EA and it's not Madden, so I don't know what they're talking about. But I see what they're trying to do.
Fundamentals, guys. Fundamentals.
He's going out. Or I thought he was going out. Yeah, I saw that tight end break off the line and go right, so I figured that was going to be a thing, but nah. Good fake, I guess. Cover 2 man. I think it's embarrassing we just let that dude just run down the line. He just ran down the line scrimmage. Like, that was embarrassing. Well, running back got the block on me, and it's out of bounds. Yeah. Just kind of chucked it up toward the sideline, I guess. Punt return. At least the defense finally held this time.
Who's blocking me, though? Hey.
Who's blocking me, though? Shank. Gimme. Good enough. I'll take 8 yards. Yeah, 12 yards. I'll take it. It's pretty rare for me in a football game. Getting a punt return that's more than 10 yards. The max boot. The sushi box lid bento. What the heck are they? I have no idea what they're talking about. They're probably supposed to be intentionally nonsensical. Middle of the field seems okay.
Get down. Get that.
Check the L route. That's a floater, and he caught it. No, he didn't. I guess I thought it was a catch, but then the receiver gets rattled as soon as the ball hits his hands. The oop-de-oop. Whatever that even means. It's a bunch of out routes, I guess. A bunch of sharp outs. A Y button. Y button could be okay. Check the Y route. That was bad.
That was an overthrow. I held the button too long. Can't remember if I pressed L or Y. I don't remember which button I pressed that time. That was pretty bad. RIP 39 swing. 3rd and 10, by the way, so there aren't a lot of options here. I have to audible out of it. Check the R route. Y could get open. Nope. Yeah. The linebacker closed in on that one. Cut it off. That could have been something, but it might have been a yard short anyway. Too bad, really. That's perfect. That's a good punt. That's going to be in the end zone. He's going to run it out. Got him. 2 hands up. Man down at the 8-yard line. I'll take that. So yeah, I think the game does run a little bit better when it's mounted. But if you're playing in handheld mode, it's just really sluggish. And that's unfortunate. Because I could feel it. You can get around them. Shook off the block. The sound effects are severely delayed. There was no wind on that. Check the top right-hand corner of the screen. There's no wind. Just so you know. So, you know, the AI is just dumb. The AI tech, the flavor text is just dumb. You know, I appreciate sort of the cheekiness of some of this stuff, but it's like, it's not polished enough. So it just feels sloppy. So I went around the left side, and he went up the middle. He looked like a gazelle running through the lion's den on that run of 1 yard. So whatever. Deep under. A 3-4 deep under. So I guess I can keep my eye on the line. I can spy the line of scrimmage, I guess. How's it look? Not swatted down by the defender. JJ wadded that pass to the ground. So fourth and 9 on the 10-yard line. Defense held though. We're doing all right. So I'll bring back my player and block whoever comes close to where the punt's headed. Let's go. I pressed the B button for some reason. Well. So we had an 8-yard punt this time and a 12-yard punt return last time. Probably should have done a run. Can we audible to a run? We'll see how it goes. We could audible to a run. Audible up. This is a run. Actually, no, it's a wide receiver screen. Y, check the Y route. Y route safe. Whoop! Sorry, I held the ball too long. It was just a dump off to the. It was just a slant, and I held the ball too long. I held the button too long. That was my fault. Stack off tackle. I'm actually run this time.
Second down.
Off the left side. That might work. Ah, yeah. Couldn't find a seam. I got a yard. Yay! His longest run of the day, 1 yard. Cotrinio. Outside corner. Check the L route. That might be okay. No, it's not. It's triple coverage. That was triple coverage. Oh well. I don't know what you were. I should have lobbed it, I guess. That wasn't a route communication. It was a crappy throw in a triple coverage. I looked to the hot route on the left sideline. Didn't even bother to look at anyone else. I don't know what to tell you. Good enough. Yep, inside the 1. Where's he going to take it? Got him inside the 20 again. Special teams are showing up today, finally. Taco Triangle, your favorite totally real meat taqueria. Like I said, at some point they're definitely gonna start putting the fake meat in there just to kind of see how it does. As sort of as a filler. We'll see how it goes. Of course, that fake meat's expensive now, so probably don't want to do that.
99, 99.
Probably just use low quality meat like everyone else. Wow, he somehow completed that. What was that about? How did that get completed? That was a lot of work for a 5-yard completion. He had to scramble back 20 yards to get that one off. Free flat.
Second down.
Got around him. And swatted. We threw that one right to the linebacker. Teddy Muller. Mueller. So, what do you think a Silver Ride's going to do? Yes, doesn't look good. This looks like a blitz. That is a blitz. How was that a... That was just a dump off. That was just a dump off. I don't know what he was expecting. Yeah, give the guy some taps for a 3-yard completion on 3rd and 8. Amazing. A 3-yard reception on 3rd and 8. Or run back. Left side. An extra block to the left. Do it. Whoa! God, might be able to squeeze through that. 17 yards. Not bad. So we're at midfield. Yeah, let's see if we can run the ball fine. We'll audible out of the run if we don't like it.
Oh, I know you don't want none.
Nah, they're closing in. Audible left. Check the L route. That's a hitch and go. That's a terrible throw. It's a lob. Nah, yeah. They double covered the guy on the left side. I thought I could squeeze past him. Yeah, I think it was like a hitch and go, but it didn't work. Let's try the flat route.
Second down.
Can we have him go deep? Audible. Up. Check the L route. What the heck was that? That was nowhere near. Did I hold the ball too long? It was nowhere near. I told the guy to do a slant and go. The receiver is supposed to head towards the inside, then do a sideline route. It didn't work. Spot and go. Our route might get open. Check why if he's not open. R is open. What was that? Did I throw to the wrong receiver? It was the A button and not the R button. I don't know what happened there. That should have been lobbed down the middle of the field. I have no idea what happened there. What? Yeah, I can't see what buttons these were, so there's no way for me to know. Yeah, there's no way for me to know, so whatever. So let's punt and call it. Actual defense in this game. Good enough. Yep. So 25-yard line. Guess we outkicked the coverage on that one. Like Clay Travis. No comment on Travis. Let's see. Got around him. Yeah, got your hands up. I pressed the ZL button. That was a 3-man rush. Trying to go for trying to get 3/3 on that sack. We'll call it. It's not a sack, but we got the pressure we needed. That is a plus for the defense. Getting 3 men penetrating through the line of scrimmage. That is fantastic, actually. We slide around him. Broke the block. That was a screen, I guess. Whoop, he got around. That was a screen, I guess. That was a very good dump off. He got out of that one. Very well done.
Hey, bring him down next time, man.
We did. 21 yards downfield. Cover 2 man. Not a prevent, but almost the same. So I got my defender up here on the right side of the screen. What was that? Guess that was a check down route. Extra time of the jugs machine? What was he talking about? I have no idea what he said. Extra time of the jugs machine. I have no idea what a jugs machine is. Sounds like something that's highly inappropriate and only for adults.
Get some.
Trying to go up the middle. Boy, he got past me. He got past me. I was being blocked, so I think I shed the block too late. We got to mash on that A button. That's the problem. So I guess this game's a bit more manageable if you play it mounted, but if you have a Switch Lite, you're not going to get good performance out of this. And that's unfortunate.
Keep that clock running. Keep that clock running. Let's go.
Oh, handed it off. Or was that a wildcat formation?
Do it again, oh, man. Let's go. Do it again.
Yeah, how was that? So was it, what was it? Oh, so it was just, okay, it was a toss back, okay. I don't know what you would call that. It's not a counter. He chucked it backfield and he ramped the middle. I don't know what you call that. Tampa 2.
Second down.
I don't think this defense is good enough for a Tampa 2, if I'm being honest. Shed the blob, it didn't make a difference. Check down receiver, and he's still short. Why would you run a Tampa 2 on a 2nd and 2, though? Maybe that was a bad call on my part. $39 yards per catch. Well, he had like 1 long touchdown run, so that's he had a 1 long touchdown catch. I don't know what to tell you. Outside press, but get someone back to cover the wide receivers if they break off. Yeah, I knew they were gonna go left. Ah, he missed him. Oh, he's gonna get out. I'm not gonna catch him. He got outside. He got outside. So we gotta run that 2-minute drill. Now we can do a 2-point conversion? Now he can do a 2-point conversion for some reason? Yeah, why? Wait, I can't cover that. I can't cover the 2-point conversion. Hold on. Yeah, I can't cover that. They didn't give me the option to cover that. They just said punt block or they said a punt return or a field goal block.
Y'all gotta get a hand on the ball.
What was that about? It didn't even give me a chance to call a defensive formation. What the heck was that about? They better fix that in post. They better fix that before the game goes gold. That's all I'm saying. Go up, he got squeezed through him. He squeezed through him. Here's that 2-minute warning. Double wheel. Someone can sneak out of the backfield here. That is the Y route, possibly. Good enough. Okay, no huddle, y'all. That's the 2-minute warning. Okay. So we snapped the ball just before the 2-minute warning. 4 yards, though, ain't going to do it. That will not do it. I can do an option. Can I flip the? I can flip the play later, but I can't do it now.
Catch me if you can.
99.
Why? Wrong. That was the wrong player. Wrong. I should have thrown to the left sideline. That was a 1-yard catch. 3rd and 5, yo. We do not have time for this. Flood. We have 3 timeouts though. Check the L route. L is single coverage. That's a whiff. Overthrew him. We gotta go for it, kids. We gotta go for it. It was just an overthrow. Didn't have an option. 4th and 5, yo. Check the B route. L might get open. Oh, wow, he threw it over the middle. You're supposed to float it over the defender over the middle, and it didn't happen. Garbage. So we're going to lose this game, kids. Oh, well, we tried. So the game does run a little bit better when it's mounted. That's good to know. So we can practice. He doesn't going to run the ball. They're going to run the clock out. 0 yards per carry today for G Woods. For G Wiz Woods. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods.
Go, go, go. Hey, hey.
They're going for like the Megadrive Tecmo Super Bowl vibe on the music, which is actually not bad. I approve a little bit.
Hey, hey.
We're gonna use up all of our timeouts, huh? Yeah, we used up all of our timeouts. So yeah, so we have 90 seconds to do whatever we need to do. Still can't believe they wouldn't let me call a defensive formation against that 2-point conversion. I still don't know why I can never do a 2-point conversion any other time. That was a field goal? Wow, he got it. All right. So we're gonna need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, assuming the game even lets me call it, because it didn't let me call a 2-point conversion any other time. So I don't know what the logic is that determines whether we even get a 2-point conversion. It's a shank. We're going right. We got around him. Hold on. We got around him, and we have an extra block. We might take it to the house, fam. And we're gassed. That might be bad timing. Are we going to take it to the house? Dun, 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 dun. And he did. See, now we can't. Why can't we do a 2-point conversion? Oh my God, we can't do a 2-point conversion. Are you freaking kidding me? So we can't win the game because we can't do a 2-point conversion? What? I used up all my timeouts and I can't. Wow. Play type. Quick pass. There we go. So we can do a 2-point conversion. Okay. I freaked out there for a second. So I guess I shouldn't have asked the coach. Maybe that's the thing. Would have been nice if they made that clear. Check the B route. He got swatted it. Wow. I thought I was going to get that slant. Well done. Well done. Onside conversion. We got to go for it. You know what? If we get to practice, kids, it's 4th and 15. So let's practice that 4th and 15 onside kick. They want me to do a corner route? They want me to do tight end? They want me to do 3 corners on a 4th and 15? Idiots. Just check the L route. That looks like double coverage.
13.
You gotta go deep, dog. Audible. Left.
Red 88.
It's gotta be the Y route, I guess. Take the X route. And he swatted it at the line of scrimmage. So what difference did it even make? Wow. Wow. There was no one... Okay, the defender just got his hands up. North Carolina, come on and raise up. Garbage. He's just gonna run. I have no more timeouts. He's gonna run the ball and end the game. So, can we just forfeit? No, I do kind of want to forfeit. Let's just see the stats. We'll tell you. We'll end the game like men. Let's force the ball. Got to risk it for the biscuit. No fair with the kneel down. Yeah, he's gonna kneel down. That's right where it's gonna end it. We can't stop the clock. Yeah, do an edge blitz to possibly go wrong.
2nd down.
Go, go, go.
It ain't gonna happen. We're calling it. So anyway, this is how the game went down. So basically the game does run better when the Switch is mounted. But again, if you're playing on a Nintendo Switch Lite and you don't have a mount, you're gonna see a lot of slowdown. So whatever slowdown you saw during the game is probably gonna be magnified. That's a problem. Rushing plays, I ran 3 rushing plays. We slang. What are you gonna say? Yards allowed. Yeah. Props to their defense. I'll give them that. Yeah, I mean this team can't play defense. That's really the problem. So our offense scored 2. No, we scored 3 touchdowns and didn't get a single point after. So I think I finally figured out how the I figured out how the 2-point conversions work now. So don't ask the coach if there's a 2-point conversion. You have to defend. So there is that. Player stats just for funsies. Jack Dakota's got 14 years of experience and he makes a lot of money. He went to Cathedral U. Again, these character portraits just look so awful. It's not just that they're low res, it's just that they're bad low res. 3 TDs, 2 INTs though. It is what it is. Let's see the player card. Which is cute. What's the helmet? You can take off the helmet. Okay, whatever. It's like a zombie. What are they doing? Oh, sure, let's rotate the player. Alright, so what about the other dude? Player stats. So he's skilled in everything, but he's just not playing well. Yards per attempt, yes, about what you expected. 14 fantasy points, though. That is cute. Receiving, that's in a 99-yard touchdown. He's 41 years old. Yeah, he's 40. He's from Crimson Gulf, so he's basically from Alabama. He's 41 years old. What wide receiver is 41 years old? Zion Jawara. I mean, even Cooper Kupp's not that old. He plays for the Rams, or he did. He might still be playing for them. Junkins. Leroy Junkins. Punting. Special teams, yeah, the touchdown run. Rookie. I don't know what the plus sign means. I don't know what the star means either. Does that mean they're an all-star? I have no idea. I guess that means they're an all-star. I don't know. 10 fantasy points. Probably for the touchdown. So they're leaning into the fantasy points thing, which I think is cute. Depth chart, we're not going to worry about that. Nick Boyle, Norberto Boyle. Straight out of Mexico City, though. It's a shame. That's kind of want to forfeit the game at this point. So how do we feel? I like the music. I can try playing the game again when I'm not, in handheld mode without the mount, but the slowdown was really bad. Like, I noticed it when I was playing on the bus. It was really bad. But playing the game now with a mount, performance seems to be a bit better, so that's good to know. That's going to hurt this game's ability to sell if people try to play with a handheld mode. If people try to play with their Switch Lite and it doesn't get patched, it just runs poorly. But it's good to know the game actually seems to run a little bit better, but I'm going to need some more practice. And I would practice on the bus, but I know how badly the game performs when I'm not playing on a regular TV. So that's unfortunate. So this has been League Bowl. This is the demo on the Nintendo Switch. It's free. It's free to download, and you can play it offline. You don't need an internet connection once you download it. Again, I'm curious about these sort of unlicensed sports games that don't suck. This one feels like a rental. I might give it a bit more of a... Let's be honest. In a world where the good Madden games, good John Madden football games cost $2. Less than that. For less than a bag of crisps, you can buy a full-featured football game with way more bells and whistles than this, and it just runs better. And there are more options. It plays better too. Like, it's just... I admire them trying to do like this indie thing with sports games, and you get rid of all the AAA nonsense, but a used copy of John Madden Football on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. John Madden 16 is an excellent game if you want something that's a bit easy. If you want to get your training wheels back on a Madden game, just play Madden NFL 16. It's a very good game. Madden 17 is a lot harder, but if you're looking for something more challenging, Madden 17 is a game for people who've sort of mastered Madden 16. Because the AI is kind of easy to abuse in Madden 16 if you pay attention. Madden 17 is a lot harder. So I wouldn't jump into that going right away. But they refined... Madden 17 is apparently the most refined Madden game they made. Because it was the last iteration of Madden that was also available on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. So it's a refinement of those games. I did play the 360 version. It's a lot easier from my experience than Madden 17 on the PlayStation 4. So I'm curious what actually happened to the PlayStation 3 and the 360 versions of Madden 17. It's also way more expensive than the other versions, so I would not buy those older console versions. But definitely get your hands on the PS4 version or the Xbox One version of Madden 17 if you can. It's stupid cheap now. This is a more expensive game, and it just doesn't run as well. But I guess you're supporting indie developers. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know if the game's any good. And like a Madden game, you can't play it on the road because playing this game without a TV, without a mount, is going to make the game run very sluggishly, and you don't want that in a football game, unfortunately. But this one seems a bit more competent now that I've played it mounted. But I might give it a few more chances. But I'm not wild about the performance. But the performance seems tolerable here when I mount it. So we'll do a check on that when I do the final product of this video. This audio was recorded with my Skullcandy earbuds, plugged into the audio splitter into a J5 Create capture device, USB-C into my quad-core Windows 10 laptop, where the Windows 10 camera app is capturing at 60 frames a second. I might cut to 30. We'll see how bad the finished product looks. This game might run at like 40 frames a second when it's mounted. It's just kind of embarrassing. I would let the music play us out, but I can't. Well, we'll do fine. I guess we can let the music play us out.